Hello guys, it's Cookies here with LA Arcoscephale. Um, this is another cap defense that I've subbed into. Previous turn was apparently a stale. And we've got an opening battle at some fortress in Lithia, so let's go ahead and check it out. This is probably going to be a stomp, because we've just got a pack of mages here with very few troops. But I imagine they'll do something with the Canadian. We got Howl by Pan. Already through the gate. There we go. Wolves are pretty active. Yeah, just not enough chaff, so Pan's going to break through pretty quick here. So we also got Relief and Growing Fury. And Mass Flight. And Mass Regen, it looks like. So all the big buffs. Pretty cool little thing to do with the Soul Vortex guys is give them these Minotaurs with regen. They have a lot of hit points, so they can regen, and they've got recuperation to recover from afflictions. So, pretty cool. Allows the death mages to cast a bunch more spells. We have some Berserk Pans. Yep, from Growing Fury, just charging in. And that's all she wrote. Alright, so let's see, managed to kill a Centaur Sage, 40 Cataphracts, 4 Grove Guards, and a Summer Lion. Lost 29 mages and a Chimera. And some Nature Gems and Unrest. Okay, we're under siege. Okay, so this is my first turn with the nation. So just kind of taking stock of the situation. It looks, because we've got some troops over here, we've got some stuff over here. So it kind of looks like we've got we were finishing off Calum and about to be a 2-cap nation. And then we got stabbed by Pangea. And Pangea took most of the Calum spoils. So now we're kind of pinned in our home region. So looking pretty desperate. We've got a big Pan army here. Middle-ish Pan army here. This is the fort they just took. We've got another fort under siege with a few water mages. I give this guy a couple of gems so he can just make a water elemental before he dies. I'm sending these guys out over here to, why not, just go ahead and screw up Pan's gem income. Not going to get this fortress, so no sense setting on it. Might as well let Calum be free, even though Calum's an AI. Yep, Calum's an AI. So, might as well let the AI do AI things and maybe even give him some space. I don't know. We got some sea trolls over here, but no leader. I'm going to try to recruit a commander. I have a feeling that maybe some centaurs will just come over and kill them, though. And then we're organizing a couple of counter raids. So we've got 4 mages coming out to do some water elemental spam and maybe some Sow Dragon Teeth. And then we've got a larger group of mages coming out with more Sow Dragon Teeth, more water elementals, and a bunch of Frozen Heart spam. So the goal is, yes, there might be druids in here, but the goal is to get the druids away from the Citadel, where more important stuff is. So we're just going to buy some space. If they steal a Mystic, then they steal a Mystic. This particular late age Pan already has a lot of Astral and a lot of Nature. Maybe I can show you. So they already get Astral and Nature and Earth and Water and Air. So they can already do communions for all those paths. So they don't, like, even if they steal a Mystic, like, that's just nice. It's not going to be game changing for them, because a Mystic, on the other hand, just you know, maybe they can add in some fire into their communion. I don't know. Like, it would be nice, but I'm not going to lose sleep over that possibility. So, we have some mages, predominantly water mages going in. Another thing I'm doing is trying to get some sacred and troop production going. One of the things, so when I took stock of the nation, I noticed that we had tons and tons of mages, and not what I would consider enough chaff to put in front of those mages to kind of protect them while they do their big communions, especially against like walls of hundreds of centaurs. So we're gonna try to start recruiting some more troops. We are very tight on money because we don't have a lot of land. Another thing I'm hoping to remedy even just a little bit by taking these provinces. We've formed up a large army, but it's all kind of moving separately. It's going to meet up here. So we've got this large army that we're forming, where we've got a big block of sacreds, and then we have a bunch of communion slaves around the outside. I've never really done a turbo communion before, but I'm going to try a little bit of a turbo communion. Is it a turbo communion? Or linebacker communion, I guess, where you put so many buffs on the communion mages that they're hard to kill. So I'm going to try and do a little bit of that. And then I've got all the masters in the middle. It is a skirmish formation, so theoretically stuff can drop in to maybe kill a master. Oh well, if a bunch of stuff is going to fly in, it's also going to die. So it's kind of the thought there. I wanted a block big enough to cover all the mages. Maybe I could be a little more efficient and like do a bunch of bodyguard shenanigans. But I also kind of want this block of sacreds to actually attack. That Pan army that assaulted the Citadel had a lot of liches. It would be really easy for them to do a fatigue play. And then if I'm on bodyguard, there's no possibility for me to win the battle if the troops just fall asleep around the mages and never walk forward. So the idea is a little bit of temporary protection, and then they go in. So, and I don't know, maybe that's a flaw in the strategy, but that's what we're doing. We're running this guy away to the capital. I'm going to turn him into a murdering winter caster. I've got this guy for Flames from the Sky. So that's kind of a note on research. I've got just about all the research I could ever want. There's an enchantment 9. It has a couple of nice things that I could do, but not going to worry too much about it. And I've got a bunch of astral... Oh, I guess the big note for the astral mages is I've got a few magic duels set up, maybe just to screw with this communion a little. I've got anti-magic, some astral healing, mass protection, relief, serpent's blessing, mass regen, a lot of redundancy if I can get it. Skeletal legion, divine blessing, Nephil flames, living earth, Firefiend, Firestorm, Flaming Arrows, even though I don't even think I have a lot of archers. Warriors of Muspelheim, Master and Slave Casters, Life After Death, Curse of Stones, some Sow Dragon Teeth, Doom, more Master and Slave, Will of Fates, Army of Lead, which I realize I'm already doing mass protection, but start off with 10, move it up to 20 is my thought. And Master and Slave, so a few Master and Slave casters. And then in here, recruiting some more stuff. I'm also going to magic phase a Wizard's Tower here. because Pan has a good chance of elfing like what's left of me. So the more, if I can get a fort up here, it makes it a lot safer to kind of like move armies and troops through what's left of the kingdom. So this is more for safety of transport and like a place to gather, you know, kind of like along the route. So that's kind of what we're doing here. And then I forget 89. So we're doing arouse hunger somewhere. Where's 89? Oh, so here, just to protect the fort, just in case there's an elfing imminent. And then I think the plan is to next turn arouse hunger here to retake 92. So that's kind of what we're up to. In terms of diplomacy, if you've watched my EA Machaca game, the Bogarus player in this game is that same player. So I've been in communication with that player, and we've got some trades that we're going to do. I've been in contact with Utgard. I've got some trades I'm going to do with Utgard. They're in different columns, so it generally should be okay. I believe Utgard already controls their column. Bogarus has half of their column. So we're talking Illwinter, Eternal Pyre, Gift of Health. Illwinter's actually going to work out for me a little bit because it's going to allow me to do Murdering Winter on Dryads more effectively. And then maybe between the two of them I can get some earth and fire, or no, some fire and water gems to keep the cannons going against Pangea. If not, maybe I do one big salvo and then I'm kind of finished and my forts get sieged down. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. So I'm going to be working on some trades for trading off these blood slaves, this miraculous cure-all elixir because I have national healers. I took all these research items off. Like, yeah, I realize I could get, like, I'm not going to get there this turn because I did that, but now I don't have to micro them on and off. So I'm just going to use all my mages, and considering where Pan's armies are right now, I'm not worried about a big battle happening before I get to Enchantment 9. I mean, maybe it's a possibility. I don't know. Maybe it is a mistake, and I'll probably put them on next turn. But yeah, so that's turn 70, and I'll go ahead and see you in turn 71.